All right. Well, sit your podcast down. Just gonna be the dynamic duo, I guess, today. Reeks in the
Yep.
building,
Yes, sir.
and McFly as well in the building. So let's start off with these amazing Lakers. Now, first and foremost, I want to just say this. I'm not predicting they're not gonna make the playoffs, although the odds are not in their favor. I'm also not gonna sit here and say I'm happy they're not making the playoffs. But I do think they were allowed a bit too much leeway, considering the fact that they weren't playing well.
Nope.
I mean, they weren't. Or were they playing well? I mean, you have AD, you have LeBron. Now they're both hurt. Which, I mean, again, Bron's getting to that age where he's going to be having maybe more injuries, and obviously AD has been made of glass since like the beginning. This is what we thought would happen. They took forever. I mean, and honestly, it's crazy to hear. It seems a lot different now because you added Vanderbilt and Bamba and Beasley. Okay. Just want to be very clear, guys. Solid talent they got back. Fair. These dudes weren't difference makers where they were. They weren't moving. That's why they gave them up. They weren't moving the needle where they were. Bamba was barely playing. He came here and guess what? Continued to barely play. Right. This idea they're going to be so much better with these. They didn't bring in what they hoped for. Like they didn't get Kyrie. They didn't get KD. They got Beasley and Bamba. So now they're going to be, and again, this is why I hate
D-Lo,
the media. And D'Lo, Captain Snitch.
Right. Another Mr. Glass member too.
Yes, as well. I just think that people have been giving the Lakers a little bit too much leeway for a little bit too long. On paper, they're a great 2K team. Yeah. If you ignore injuries and just life and all of that, they are a great team on paper. But when you got to win games and you just don't, at some point, right? So, again, are they making the playoffs in your mind? And if so, where are they going to actually end up at? Because right now, AD's out. LeBron's, let's go with this. LeBron is out indefinitely. We got to stop playing this game. He said he heard a pop. And granted, he's a drama king. We know. Rest in peace, K-Slay. 100% a drama king. We know that. However, he ain't coming back. I just don't see it happening. Personally, I don't see it happening.
The clutch shutdown.
The clutch shutdown.
He's like, Skip Bayless made a great point about LeBron's injury. He said, how come they never disclose what type of injury he has? So they say he hurt his foot, but they like, what injury to his foot? What is it?
I'm gonna tell you, it was funny enough you said that. For the first time in like years, I sat down and watched Around the Horn at ESPN. I used to watch Around the Horn every day, and I just got over time.
When it was good. When it was good. Right. When it was good.
I sat down and the weirdest thing happened. Tony Reali, who's the host of the show, he was talking about it. He said, when Patrick Mahomes got hurt, we were getting updates almost hourly about what's going on, where he's at. He said, if Lionel Messi has a hangnail, we hear about it for weeks and weeks, whatever was going on. He was like, how is it that one of the probably the biggest star on the planet, sports wise, gets hurt and we hear nothing? And he was asking the show, if you don't know the show, he's talking with reporters, guys that are on the beat, that cover teams, that are in the know, and they didn't know. They were just like, why is that? Plaschke, which is a regular on the show, he's in the LA area too, so he covers LA teams. He said, and this is what we've been trying to tell you, America, for a long time, he is in a bubble. They cannot get to him. They don't have access to information when it comes to him. He's got a whole team, and he shuts all that shit down. So when we say, he controls his narrative probably better than anyone ever, he's a GOAT at controlling the narrative. Let's not ever forget that. They're reporters whose job it is to know we're like on national television. Yeah, man, we can't even get to talk to him. We can't even get the story from him unless he gives it. Why do you think guys like Windhorst have jobs? He endeared himself to the family and he gets little tidbits of things more so than the next guy. That's why his whole career exists. So shout out to Windhorst, because without LeBron, he wouldn't even be here. But that's what I'm saying. Like, they control this information like it's Fort Knox, man.
That's exactly what they do. And that's why it's like you're always questioning how real something is, especially for LeBron. You just saying he's out indefinitely for a few weeks, he hurt his foot, and we don't know what it is. It could be just a reason to be like, okay, well, I don't think we're making the playoffs, so I'm just going to sit out. And now we got a built-in excuse.
I mean, okay, for the you guys are haters. I'm like, let's do this. I think LeBron can do math, right? I have a feeling LeBron can do math. You look around, you see the teams that are there, you understand that some teams already made some changes, probably better than you are. You got less than 20 games to go. 80's made of glass. You are now older. You've gotten your points record this year.
D'Lo's out.
D'Lo's out. What are you really truly playing for? A 11 seed? A 10 seed? A 9 seed?
Right.
To go play in? And then again, imagine now here again talking about the narrative. What's a more damning narrative? You got to the 9th seed and got smacked by some up and comer, or injuries took us out? Because injuries took us out. It's like, well, what are you gonna do, baby? It's right. Injuries,
right? And that's why it feels like, because it's like you're not disclosing any type of injury information, and people need to know that information, just teams or whatever. And because of that, that's why I feel like, all right, they know they're not making the playoffs, or they play in, and it's embarrassing for LeBron because remember they hate on Michael. LeBron, he knocked out the first round, blah blah blah. It's embarrassing for LeBron to make a play, and even if they make a play in, they end up having to play a 1 or 2 seed and get bounced in the first round again, since he's been a Laker, and it doesn't look good.
I mean, it doesn't look good, and again, I don't want to. I'm not. We don't know. We know nothing, right? We know nothing. We can't say for sure what it is. But what I can say is this. One narrative looks way worse than the other. Now, he may actually be hurt. Although he played in the game after the pop, which was weird to me. Because once you hear pop, you would think shut it down. Right? Second opinion, x-rays, the whole 9. The whole 9, you would assume.
Yeah, because I had an ankle injury in a game, came down with somebody's foot. I heard a pop. I didn't play the rest of the game. No, and it was shocking. And boys know I was really hurt because I'm like Wolverine, really. Like I something like that, I'm still playing. But I heard a pop and I couldn't really move. You hear a pop like that, I didn't finish playing. LeBron finished playing. And then it's like, yeah, he was limping after the game. But it's still just like,
again, it could be that genetically he's just a marvel and he played do some crazy shit that you just wouldn't see for most people. Hey, listen, is it possible? Sure, possible. What I'm saying is, with no information, we're kind of left to our own theories at this point.
Right.
And I think and again, it's everyone knows it. Another thing Plashy said before we move kind of from the LeBron story for a second, the Lakers story for a second. Plashy said, he's his own team. He's the GM. He's the everything. Again, on this show, we pride ourselves on being able to call it what it is. Call it like we see it. When we tell you guys that LeBron runs his narrative, he controls the media. It's true. Listen, As G mentioned, it's a great move. It's a great move.
It's
I'm not
brilliant.
saying it's a bad move, but it's the truth. Let's not pretend that, like, look around at all of the former teammates. I saw the other day on NBA Jump, Tristan Thompson. Why the hell do I want to hear Tristan Thompson speak? And what did he do? Just sing the praise of the Lakers. Just sing they're amazing. They're gonna win. No one wants. They'll beat everybody. Even the other members of the Jump, which are also like, Laker, sympathizers, were like, you kind of wild. You kind of wild.
Tristan Thompson was putting LeBron in the MVP conversation this year. Like, that's how far he was going.
I mean, at some point, it's like, we gotta stop.